Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. I guess you know about the new release from Dina. New brushes, look at these lovely round tip brushes that are perfect for using with acrylic paint. Great for details. And there's another large flat brush. This is a 3/4 inch brush I'm going to get out in a second. And in this release there's also 2 stencils and 6 new paint colours, which of course if you're a fan of Dina you will know about already. So yeah, this brush is lovely and perfect for just getting that paint on super quick and covering lots and lots of space quickly. This is a new coaster stencil. I think it's called Pointed Doily. I'm not 100% certain about that. And then this lovely word stencil, which I think is called Feel the Love, or I can't remember. Anyway, they're fab. So here I was thinking, I'm just going to swatch these colours out and have a go with this new brush, get the paint colours on my page. Didn't really have an idea of how I wanted this to work. But as you can see, these colours are super pretty. And they do work really nicely together as well. So we've got like a lovely pastel-y pink and purple and this lovely blue. So these are not as pale as the pastels that Dina released before, but they are a lovely, like a new addition to the family of paints. This is a lovely green, I love that one. And then this orange is called Papaya. Yeah, so really nice selection of colours. So I got those on the page and then I was like, now what am I going to do? Okay, so I grabbed the other colour that's been released and I'm using the text stencil, which is called Feel Your Magic, not Feel the Love, Feel Your Magic. Bringing a bit of stenciling through. So I was just having a play really, with no real plan of what I wanted to do. Just wanted to see how these paints would perform and work together. So then I've grabbed some night. This is the Pointed Doily stencil. I'm going to bring some stenciling onto my page. So this journal page kind of came together in 2 parts because I got to the point where I'd done some stenciling with the doily stencil and then I was like, I really don't know what to do with this. So I put it to one side and left it and then ended up coming back to it. So although you're seeing this edited together as one video, it did come together in 2 parts. And I would say this was a journal page that kind of fought me a little bit on the way to completion. But it came together in the end, and it was one that once I started adding a bit more colour in, I ended up really liking. So I've gone in with 3 of those stencil shapes, kind of going off the edge of the page, trying to think about balance as well. So you can see that those 3 shapes kind of create a bit of a triangle on my page. Yeah, but all of a sudden I've gone from subtle with those colours to super bold. And I think that's why it got me thinking I didn't really know where to go with this next. So I realise that the perspective on this has altered a little bit. I filmed it the wrong way round, so apologies for that. But you kind of get the idea of what I was doing here. So I decided I would use the new brushes and play with adding in some colours. So I've gone with bold colours for this bit and just going to add a bit of a pop of brightness in there. And that was Ruby. This is the new... I think that's the new orange. I think that's Papaya that I've gone in with here. Slightly paler orange. It's a nice colour. And I'm just adding that into some of the marks on the Pointed Doily stencil. So I'm just going to carry on doing that, adding in more colours. And again, I'm using the new colours. This is the lovely new pale yellow, which I think is called Sunshine. And I'm just adding the colour in the same place on each of the 3 stenciled doily images. Don't know what to call them. Yeah. Here I'm taking out that dark centre. And you can see even just doing that kind of calms it down a little bit. So I've added lots of layers and lots of marks, and using the different colours, just bringing a bit more lightness to these images on my page. And I think, you know, these focal points, yes, they're not faces, but this is just playing with colour and seeing how these new brushes work as well. So sometimes, you know, it's okay to give yourself permission just to play and not worry too much about the end results. So then, because I'd calmed down lots of the dark areas, I'm then going to just kind of go in and add some more. This is the light blue. I'm just going to pop this in a few places. And like I say, whatever I do on one of the images, I'm going to do on the others the same as well. So then, because I was thinking about trying to calm down that darkness, I'm just bringing in some journaling. So using a white Posca pen, and I'm doing some asemic writing, just a little bit of journaling over the dark, the night colour that's on that background. So this ended up being quite a page that I really liked in the end, because it ended up being really colourful. And I think sometimes just playing with that journey of getting a page to a place where you think, okay, this is all right. It's not maybe what I would normally create, but does that matter? No, it doesn't. And then just journaling some thoughts about that process. That was also quite interesting. So I know this bit's a little bit off camera, but this new stencil has got some fantastic phrases in, which if you use them on their own, you can use as quotes. So here I'm just going through with a little bit of paint on a blending sponge, and I am just going to use a line of text from the stencil as my quote to go on my page. Really important when you're stenciling through a stencil like this that you don't have too much paint on whatever it is you're applying it with, because it will bleed under the stencil and you won't get a nice crisp stencil image. Can't think of what the word I wanted there, but that'll do, you know what I mean. So then I'm cutting it out. I've just popped that on some white cards. So again, that's going to be a nice contrast with everything else that's going on. And I think that's just going to work really nicely, smack bang in the middle of my page. I'm going to use the Dina Wakley Media Glue to stick it on. And I think that was pretty much... that was the journey of creating this page. But I think sometimes when I get presented with new products, my brain almost goes into overdrive and I feel I've got to do something amazing and create something fantastic. But actually sometimes you do just need to have a play and see what's possible, see what you can do. And this was what I ended up with. So maybe not my usual sort of page, but one that had been fun getting to the end product. So thanks for watching. Come back again tomorrow for more ideas using Dina's new release.